You know what, let's start like a minute early. So we can perhaps get moving quicker. Let me just nab this link here. And go repost you on that one. I can check my audio settings while I that as well. There's an audio. Yep, it's done my Logitech headset, which is pretty bad anyhow. So swapped over and then so, get my Discord off this screen, onto the other one. Discord, come over here, so, and let's switch into the driving view. Yeah, right, okay, great, awesome. Well then, what else is remaining here? The track is only on fast condition and they are already lapping high 35, so that's fun. It's definitely fun. Right. Do not calibrate when you're driving with corner because it just fucks up everything spectacularly. Even when you try to look straight, you don't. It's really weird. Hello, how are you? Well, I have to inform that obviously you didn't miss the Lamborghini Rex stream. It just didn't happen because they canned the event earlier today. Or didn't can it, they delayed it by 2 weeks. Hoping that they actually get a better attendance. I think I can still attend it in the same time slot, but they didn't want that race to go like the British rain dance event, where there were 5 guys driving around the circuit. They didn't want that. So they decided to reschedule it. Jesus. What I can say is that despite that event, I did not do good time management. Procrastinated a long time making the thumbnail for the stream and barely got any sleep in. To the point where I would say, like, did I sleep? Perhaps not. Not quite sure. Man, the car's slidey. Track is still on fast condition. It isn't on optimum, so it's quite a not quite a lot of rubber down. It's a bit painful to drive. Oh god, 37, Jesus, this is slow. 36. Oh, so much understeer there. It's just so little grip in these conditions right now. It was a very high 37 that I got there. Ah, there was grip. Conditions are very... And my child is now overinflating. Brilliant. Oh, Mathieu. No sleep, no good. Well, I still have a few hours after this left. Just sleep, so it's not like the end of the world. I did get some ice close time, which that's good. So I'm feeling pretty solid, and this should last till the end of the race. It's rested effect, and I wouldn't rely on an Enduro on me being in the next 6 hours still awake. Even if I'm doing Enduro, this is a pretty normal amount of rest in the middle of the race. Oh, bleeding time in this fun section here. I mean, I was matching that lap for most of the way, but then losing it at the end here, which it isn't good. Well, I think it will go away as soon as we'll get track to robot words. If we get to... God, I forgot the word for it. Something with C. No, it's not with C. Why the fuck did I think Optimum is written with C? Okay, maybe I am tired.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Boatley is close to sea. Yeah. Sailing dunes again. Nothing, there's just no 10th of a second in there. I cannot find anything. And I lost quite a bit of time there on the exit. As I watched up the mid corner. Bad run for the penultimate turn. And onto the straightaway. Well, for now, just continue doing laps. And then look at the telemetry at the end of this. I mean, mainly on how the tires ward.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
And we have the driver's briefing in about 8 minutes or so. Did I use a higher TC setting during the race? Or did I leave it at 4? I'm not sure anymore. Oh, that wasn't a good run for that corner. Faster in but slow out. Not great. We'll have a slight improvement here.
Well done, mate. That's Lukas.
I think this was mainly due to the track slightly improving. That improvement. And the car getting lighter. It's just long run pace. Although that's what we need in the race. But I think most people haven't actually done qualifying laps so far. I can very much be that I've ran more TC. Because she is a bit slippy on the rear end. Out of some corners. But I think I did qualify on that, and I'm pretty sure when the track conditions improve, we will find ourselves well suited with this TC setting.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Yeah, the track is still in fast condition.
Yellow flag, be careful.
I'm pretty sure I need to change the brake bias because it nearly murdered me for this high-speed corner. Ooh. Ah, too fast in there. And then got all out of shape mid-corner.
Yellow flag, be careful.
I'm just not quite 100% with the car. Just a bit uneasy. As we will have a mandatory pit stop, I will probably practice a pin entry at the end of this lap. Despite being quite well up. Once that starts. I don't have enough time to do another lap. Oh, that is way too close. To be honest, that is way too close. I think I need to brake slightly earlier than that. I was pretty good in terms of nailing the spot.
Come on, let's go.
Right. Oh wait, I've jumped the car up, but I didn't change the tire set, so that should be fine in terms of seeing the statistics on that side. Yeah, we can see the... it's showing overpressure on the front, both tires. How are they worn down? Light graining on the front tires on both of them. That's not great. That's probably the track conditions again. The insides are a bit more worn than the outsides. Yeah, but I think still nominal. I mean, we ran our 1/4 millimeter, I think, off that tire set. And, well, we have a deviation. The most deviation is the front right with 0.02 millimeters left to right. Inch. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm not in this foot. I'm an idiot.
Right, and the pit exit is kind of unfortunate. So on the topic of the pit exit for the race itself, you have to, on pit entry, you have to cross over fully to the pit lane before the solid white line starts. If you cross over that line and there is any kind of incident related to that, you will be held responsible. On the pit exit, you may cross over when the line goes from solid to dash, you may cross over it, but you lose any pit exit protection when you do that. So it is up to you whether you want to stay in the pit exit lane or whether you want to move back to the normal racing line. If you do move over, do it early enough that any car behind you has the time to switch their line without hitting you, because the speed differential may be very large. I'll also take this opportunity to remind everybody that because of some recent events that any kind of intentional revenge contact is absolutely not tolerated in SR604 and will lead to heavy penalties, so do not do it. No matter what happens, you never do it, you just deal with the problem, whatever it is, in an adult manner. There are no pending penalties from previous races this one, so unless there are questions, I'm going to just let you practice. Okay, that sounds like no questions, so truck is open and you may leave the channel.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks. So. Let me take some educated guesses on my distance. So, those are some slight tire pressure adjustments. Should I open the brake ducts more? Because my left side tires are getting quite warm. And they weren't like too hard hit. And we're only running about half an hour on the tire side anyway. So, should be fine. Are we in tire set 1 or 2? Oh, we're in 1. I do need to turn more laps on that one set. Get tire set 2. But yeah, it's both front tires in Zandvoort. Eventually I'm gonna pulling off. Oh, ouch. Let's see, but the pace seems to be right now pretty solid. The main thing is that there's only one race, there's not 2 sprint races in this case. And there's only 1 qualifying session. I have to nail that lap in qualifying. Because passing is just not something on the list of possibilities, really. You can pass, as we noticed, around outside of turn 1 on the opening lap, but outside of that, you're basically out of luck for like passing spots. All of it comes down to pit strategy. Oh yeah, I mean. I ran last week already with everything working again. Yeah, the issues, all of them. Like the squeaking was caused, as I predicted actually, by the shelf, the IKEA shelf that I have next to my rig. The rig was essentially rubbing against it, and that was causing the squeaking noise. So that was. So, slight move of that again, and it was fixed. For the pedal cam, well, I just put 2 new screws in there. This time around, actually mounting them further into the piece, so it's not like. How do I explain this and make it convincing? Understandable. It's basically this. I cut a triangle shape. You have to think of like a piece of wood, and I cut a triangle shape off it, so it's at an angle. So it can be mounted at an angle on a flat surface. Right, so that's how it's done, and I put then a large hole into it so I can fit the phone in there. That's how the mounting system works. And it's tight enough to hold the phone in by itself. And that thing, I had put the screws very far in the front part of it, of that slope. So there was barely any wood on the front side holding it in place, so it wasn't particularly surprising when the wood basically disappeared around the screws and let the piece slide back and fall over. I noticed I had way more space without impeding the area that the phone fits into. So I changed, so I screwed it in deeper. Now the only failure point is that it could be that because I used fairly short screws that it's not going far enough into the bottom wood piece. So it could rip out of that, but honestly I don't think that. I would have to probably actively like hit it with a sledgehammer or something to cause that failure. I mean, if you would actively put force into it to break it off, it will probably fail that way. I don't think it will fail on its own again. So yeah, I didn't need to really secure any parts, I just need to screw them back in. I think I still have the power tool up here. Our cars feels way more stable now. Can say that for sure. I'm braking too late for this corner every single time. And it's a very awkward run out of it. Oh man, everybody's improving massively right now. I guess my parley's over. Ah, it's so awkward again. She goes all over the place. I have to drive pixel perfect. Secure decent lap times. I don't know where the time is right now coming. Oh no! Overshot the corner here. So my left side tires are slightly overpressured.
Well, normally personal fastest lap.
More like it. Yeah, I don't know where the time came from. I guess because there wasn't excess sliding in any place. So far, I seem to actually be able to even replicate that. Or the track just improved a bit. Can it be that from one lap to the other the track is not faster? Yeah, it seems I'm actually able to even replicate that lap time.
Yellow flag accepted.
It's not quite a fluke, I would say. Precious. Bit of an overshoot here. Okay, that's not good. Getting a massive slide through the high-speed corner is not good for lap time. Who knew? Easily, there's a full 10th in there if you take the
Yellow flag accepted.
chicane properly. Well, doesn't matter right now. This is just practice. This isn't the race. Whoa, my rear tire is quite inflated now.
Be careful. Session is now
Let's pull over. Right. Set up. Light graining on the front right. I think I definitely. I think I will keep these. No, I want to take 0.2 out of the Saphires. I don't think so. 0.1 maybe. We'll keep it at 0.1. Yeah, we need to take the fuel out of the car now.
green light. Go, go, go.
Fuel out. How much fuel do I want? 16 liters. That's decent. Off the jacks, let's drive. Oh, ignition starter. Pit limiter. Stop moving. Maybe that's probably a bad idea to go out with this pack. Just saying. Oh god, guys. I'm dragging my brakes hard already. Guys, speed the fuck up already. Switch this over. Okay. I guess we're ready for qualifying now. Just need to get some laps under our belt. I think about 3 seconds is nice, but I need to right now compensate for the fact that they're most likely gonna check up just before the end of the lap.
Slow car ahead.
Guys, just floor it, man. Especially because we have to, anyway, I think do like 2 flying laps just to get the tires up to 10. Especially with how slow this out lap was. I was dragging my brakes, but like there is only so much you can do. Dragging the brakes. Okay, conditions seem very similar to practice. Except that the track is optimum now. Okay. It may change however much tire pressure we need to use. Again. We'll see. I'll probably do 2 runs. Yeah, I mean, even I gave a bit of room. It's just I don't want to be in the gearbox of the guy in front. And I mean, they spent the entire lap gapping each other. And I'm not in the beginning of the queue, I'm more on the back here. So we can't deny each other doing the same thing. And I mean, I suffered from some dirty air in the Zandvoort race, in the Enduro, when I was following Bray for the high speed. It's a fairly specific spot, and you have to be under a second for it to really hit. The boat decides to pull over. Bit sideways for T1. Pretty solid first flyer in there. I think I can go sub 36. Excuse me, what? Please don't tell me I'm disconnecting or something. No, it doesn't seem like it. I think we just lost the MUQU there. The beamer, sorry. I seem to be fine, because there's a car in front of me still. They're seeing whooshing by the corners. Yeah, it really is that case where you can go sideways through T1 to improve. If you're doing it on entry, perhaps a bit of mid-corner, but you need to be stable for the exit, otherwise the TC will take all of it out of you. Whoa! Jesus! That guy desynced for like half a minute to come back. Holy shit. Holy shit. That guy desynced for so long before he came back. Thank you. But holy fucking shit, this guy disappeared for like half a lap. And that guy in front that we've been seeing is like, he's been continuing to lap there, so it's clearly it was the beamer, not me, who had the connection issue. It's like, holy shit, I would expect him to have been timed out in the meantime, but no, he was still on the server. I've been timed out of servers within like a split second to not be let back in. And then this guy is like, well, I don't know, I'm gone for like half a lap and then I'm back. What the fuck? I'm not improving anymore. My tire pressures are also low, so it's not good.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Turned in too early there. Was good enough for this corner.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
It's the final attempt on this fuel. Oh, that was so terrible, that run for that corner. God awful.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Getting bad run for that corner.
Well done, mate. Personal best. Lapping validated.
Park off the track here. So, do I want to go for another run? We're about 6/10 right now off pole position. That's insane. Another 0.1 PSI. Okay, let's go for it. Even though we won't do many laps. There will be enough time for the 3 more laps. Actually, out lap and 2 flares. That's the idea. Carrying a bit too much fuel for that, but that's fine.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
It's so tight around my position that if anyone improves, they can jump quite a few positions.
Yellow flag accepted. Yellow flag ahead, watch out.
So, first flyer. Let's see what we can do. Ah, very deep there. So it was a good decision to drive out again, because there's so much more pacing on this track.
Yellow flag, be careful.
Ah, it's not a good run for them. Even worse exit.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out. Other main, this has been your service.
One more time. I'm not sure I can improve much. Especially as I think I'm gonna run out of space in a second.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Thank you. But I wasn't improving anywhere right now. Ah, we're getting demoted down the order again. Ah! Everybody realized that last second there's still pace to be found. And I'm not improving on this lap. So unfortunately that's gonna be it. Yep, I probably just...
Session is now.
Oh fuck.
Supply
if you pull over to slow down, maybe realize that there's a car there, for fuck's sakes. Over here in front of Bray right now. And he's actually also on the pit, so we're not going to be beaten by Bray in qualifying. That's kind of neat. A certain guy named Bordon is on pole. Eric Diaz is in P6 actually. And that's an interesting order. I didn't check my fuel number, that was how much fuel I'm consuming per lap. Oh my. Because my fuel thing was displaying 2.9 per lap. Come on, turnover page. Turnover. Fuel calculator here saying 2.35. That's interesting. We are doing. What lap times are we doing? 34, 35s. Plus 1. Restore 50 divided by mirror recall. Okay, 32 laps. 33, 34. 35 most likely, but like, hey, that's just. It's calculated with 2.5 liters per lap, 85 liters. Yeah, that. I think that's a bit high even because I've ran. I think let's just put 40 liters into the tank. Start the race off. We have our mandatory pit stop after all, so. Although having a bit of flexibility at this with the pit stop might actually be pretty neat to have for strategy purposes. Temperatures, oh, they've gone down. The temperatures have gone down. That's neat for us. Yeah, I think I will actually keep my tire pressures because on a higher fuel load we probably will. Nah, we'll put like 0.1 into the tires. Again, so apply pressures. 53.5. I didn't even 35.3. I didn't even pay attention to what lap time I actually got in the end. Well, I was 6/10 off the pole position still, so that's kind of neat. Don't know. It's 27 track, so let's see. So if everything works, we have a minute 20 till roll off. But the slight track temperature decrease is probably helping us our left side tires a bit. I don't want to change the brake. I didn't want to change the brake ducts because my right side tires were getting kind of cold. So the classic Zandvoort problem in that sense. Right. We have another 20 seconds before I put the car on the grid. One last check. Do I have anything wrong with the set right now? I don't think so. The pressures are applied, 45 liters. I think we're all set. Now we just have objective, survive. Just survive through T1. And we should be set.
Stay single file.
Switch up the ABS. But you can't not drive alongside me, thank you. Starting P8. And there's some pressure here. I've started races from the lead, I've started in difficult positions, and man, this is not even pumping that much, but like I'm definitely nervous. I've done this not thousands of times, I've done it hundreds and hundreds of times. Race starts and everything, but it's just it's always like, could this be finally the race? Could this be finally the event to break the streak? But then always in mind that it very much could at any moment backfire. So tread with a lot of caution.
Going double file.
I'm a bit far forward, so now in position. Oh man. Is everything in running order? Yeah, range map 1. ABS. TC, everything's set. Speed limited.
Green light. Good luck.
I was in second gear, fuck. Luckily it didn't hurt me too much because I realized it just before I started.
Out on the right. Clear on the right.
Ah, I hit the Ferrari quite badly there. Man, this is basically a fucking traffic jam back here. Oh, that was a pretty nasty hit on the Ferrari. Seems like he luckily tanked that thing completely. The Audi is a bit all over the place there. Defend a bit. I just want this thing to stretch out a bit so we're not immediately in the gearbox of someone. And there goes the Audi. Oh, that can get nasty. Yep, precisely what I predicted. Precisely. Oh, luckily it didn't wreck me. Precisely what I predicted that would happen. Okay, the Porsches. Unfortunately, precisely what I predicted. Now, it's a pretty decent thing that I have a Porsche behind me, because that guy can't pass on the main straight. Any amount of dirty air, he's just screwed. Or like, probably he can't even take the corner flat to begin with, because it's a Porsche. Well, I think he's a pretty decent Porsche driver, so he probably has a good set for that.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Eric Diaz, I think, is battling there with... Is that Peter he's battling with, or which other McLaren is there? I need to check in a sec. Oh, it's Neville. It's Eric Neville he was battling with there. Not a massive fan of those two going side by side right now. Well, because, I mean, you could wreck and could be a freebie or us taken out. The latter one not particularly appreciated, but the main thing is that they're slowing all of us down right now. I'm just not even getting into slipstream because it's just useless.
Well, mate, that's not fastest lap.
Because it just means I'm way closer to hitting the Ferrari by accident. And the last thing I need to do is hitting that Ferrari again. No! No, no, no! Ooh. Oh, that was too close! I saw my entire life flashing in front of me there. Oh, I braked a bit late for that corner. And it nearly ended in disaster by running the Ferrari by accident over. Yeah, the train in front is starting to pick up the pace and now moving away. Not too much of a problem. We're just going to form one long boat train. Choo choo choo. It's not like you need to defend much around this track anyway.
Well done, mate. That's not fastest lap. The car is exiting the pits, watch out.
Right, how's my fuel consumption looking? Yeah, it's under 2.4, so we've packed probably a bit much fuel in the car. Allows us to run long, but I'm not particularly sure long running is the strat. Although we don't have terrible tires like in the Maserati, where undercuts worked. And we have tire warmers here, so... Oh god, the Porsche nearly ran me over. Nearly caught out the Porsche there. not like I broke that early, but I think I broke a bit early there. I probably broke a bit late and it got close. The order in the game is quite confused in certain sectors of the track. Ah, that wasn't good. I don't think the car's ever done that before. Although I think he did have at times like some mid-corner oversteer there. If I enter too fast. It's unusual, it's just that it tried to bite me like that. It's a bit unusual. I think he's looking to power. Oh, he's close, yeah. Dude, you're not gonna make a dive from stick. Not on me, at least, I think. Don't think you can much outbrake me into that corner. Although he could be better on the brakes and I'm not noticing it, but I think he's fairly similar on the brakes on that corner. And then this straight here is like, what is he supposed to do? It's like nobody can follow for that corner. It's like OT1 is a pass spot, like win. I don't know, when you're like 2 seconds per lap faster than the other guy, and he's driving a car that doesn't work at all. Like if your opponent has at least a car that turns still, you're basically screwed in terms of getting by someone. Even if I'm not setting laptop, most of the world on fire. The danger of early pitting is actually getting stuck in backmarker traffic back in the field. Although with how long the pit stops are, you're probably not gonna encounter really anyone back there. He can follow through the corner of me. That's interesting, he definitely can. I just noticed Eric Diaz is a lap down in the pits. At least one. It's P24. So, I don't know what happened to him. Didn't see it. Hey, it's even a normal pit stop you wouldn't go a lap down with. Even on this track. I'm so close to going sub 36 again. This time in race trim. Lift there even. Get it to turn fully.
Anyone in the car ahead is sector 3.
Don't run into the grass on the straightaway. I don't need to die embarrassingly like that. Well, I wouldn't put it past me to do that. Mate, get some rest. God damn it. I will try to keep it on the straight and narrow. So see you around next time. And Porsche ran a bit wide there. Looks like my tire pressures are pretty on the spot. Fuel wise, I need about 10 liters less than Actually, I didn't need 10 liters less, closer to 5 liters or so. Yes, I need some margin and stuff. Right now, everything looks pretty solid. The only disadvantage I'm dealing with is that a Porsche can pull off a really fast pit stop easily. The thing is, automat, although probably nobody uses no auto clutch outside of like me. So it's basically the same for most cars, but the Porsche you can basically drive it off on the starter motor. It's like you jump off the jacks, you put the foot, you have the car in first gear, you jump off the jacks, and you just have the foot on the throttle. You don't need any clutch or anything. You have the foot on the throttle and press the starter in, and the thing just rolls off majestically. In general, a pit stop is somewhere where I can easily lose a second, and he's by. Pit stops are a very fickle matter, especially with my track record of like not nailing my box. Can be very much my Achilles heel and could throw me out of the top 10 easily. Just a bad pit stop. So far as I notice, people here in the front have not pitted yet. Oh, actually someone has. Bray has pitted. Bray's at least gone. I don't know if he pitted. I just now noticed that he's no longer with us, so I guess that's not a good sign. Although I think in comparison to Barcelona, the car that is coming out of the pits has a bit of an advantage on this track. I guess you don't have like half a kilometer you need to travel down straight away prior to reaching T1. You want to know how much damage I got from the smack into on lap 1? It's 9,000ths of a second worth of damage. I think that's the least damage I've ever gotten in this game. It's like 9,000ths of a second. Like, this is completely just a pain scratcher. It felt very much more substantial than that. I guess that explains also why my Mercer wasn't particularly moved much by it. Because I didn't impact him with really any speed at all. My left side tires seem to be dropping off in pressure. There's a bunch of penalties being handed out. we've reached the halfway point. I think I will do one more time around and then pit. Let's see how my tire pressures are.
Gaining on the driver ahead, sector 3. There's a car leaving the pit lane, watch out. Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
It's also a danger of people of the midfield coming out and here in the front end of the field. Pit stops.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
I mean, I need to pit in like 2 laps anyway, so it's like... Well, the temperature's gone down, that's why. That's why my tire pressures are a bit lower. I want to increase all of them. Both of us decided to come in. Okay, it's a race down pit lane. Okay. Oh no, didn't start. Oh, I'm too far forward, most likely. But it was still pretty good, I would say. It's gonna be close. A little bit down on that. Four, 3, 2, 1.
Mandatory stop, it's not here. Let's go, go, go.
Where is he? Oh, he's back there. Easy dub. Oh wait, but Jeffrey Bray beat us out of the pits. Okay, that's a lap down Porsche in between, but Bray actually beat us out of the pits. He gained the position. I knew he had pitted early. I knew it. I noticed it, but way too late to do anything about it, really. God damn it, he gained 3 seconds on us on that pit cycle. But if we beat the Porsche, that's still good. It's really good. There's probably still a few people ahead of us that haven't pitted yet. So get the tires up to temps. We've beaten the Porsche out of the pits, which is that's the slightly more important part. Man, what did he do to like lose so much time on the pits? Like I was concerned with him passing me through the pit lane, but no. Anyway, was pretty good in position. Not sort of going from the starter motor too early. Now we need to get by this lap Porsche.
Car on the right.
Give him a bit of breathing room. Oh, clear you now. Nice, thanks. I'll try to pull away from you now. Mercer has emerged again, about 5 seconds up the road. Razor about 2.8 up the road. I mean, those guys, I think they did jump me also in the Enduro in the pits, so...
Fastest lap.
It's just Jeffrey pit stop Bray, I guess. He gives his pit crew a coffee made with Red Bull. So the tire changes are more... just a bit quicker. Although we're actually running him right now down, but I mean... what is the likelihood of... hold on, we said a 35.6? No wonder he's been gaining on us, like fresh tires are such a good advantage here. Should have pitted early. God damn it. I'm like, oh yeah, long runs, long runs, long runs, long runs. I'm like, in the end it's still the undercut F1 strats. They're the best, apparently. So I think now we're missing nobody anymore. We're back to P7. I was, I think, before the pit stop P6, which lines up with Jeffrey passing me through the pit stops. So we have 17 minutes right now. He is 1.8 seconds up the road. Let's see if I can get this beamer back. Was it for... or did I gain on him for the pit stop? I don't remember anymore. I know that I had him passed in the beginning of the second stint, and then at the... so that I was behind him in the second stint again. I think I was at some point by him. Oh yeah, right, I had leveraged myself by him due to lapped cars, that was why I had gone by him. $35.4 for Mercer in front. Mr. Bray is lapping low 36s. So we're gaining about half a second per lap on him. But we know how tricky it is to pass that beamer. We've seen a lot of that beamer from behind. I'm around nearly a second faster, while also beating my qualifying time. I think we're intimately familiar with each other. He took a tight protective line, but I mean... It's not a good run for that corner. Too far back for this corner. He's running wide. But it's just not enough time lost for him. Problem is, the longer I fight, get stuck behind him, the more the Porsche is gaining on us. Although I still have 4 seconds with that Porsche. I struggle to follow. I keep the speed up while following. It's not ideal. Come on. Come on. I'm so struggling to follow him. It's like all my grip goes. Not just in the high-speed corners. Just can't nail my marks anymore. I don't know why he's so slow now. He must have been fast at some point to leverage by me. I guess his tires are now past the expiration date. I don't think lap traffic will help us this time around again. Time there again, unnecessarily. No, there's no second race today. It's a race with a pit stop. It's a 50-minute race. The sprint races are only 30 minutes. The double headers. Each of them 30 minutes, no pit stop. Oh wait, I know why you're asking, because I put the wrong description in the text. Yeah, I used last week's fucking stream as a template and forgot to change. Forgot that it would have the wrong times in the description for the race schedule. That's a bit of an oof for me. That's on me. He's getting away, for fuck's sakes. The Porsche has not known gearbox yet. He's getting a second wind right now in his tires. She was squirrely on the power there. She's squirrely again on the rears. Giving up just now. There's a slow lap car, but I'm expecting him to come into the pits. Stayed flat, but not close enough to make an attack. And he's just moving to ensure that I'm not getting a line there. No, he's not coming in. I guess the back marker just slowed down to let the panel pack by. I don't think it will be likely a factor for us. But hey, who knows? We have a back marker and we have Bray in front of us. I'm not invoking, by the way, Brady accident. I'm invoking the passes I did on you. I don't want the accident. I just want the passes. I think I did only one pass. And then had a few attempts. I had nearly to lift. Okay.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
That was more than a Hail Mary attempt there. Jesus Christ, what the fuck did I pull there? Jeffrey, if you didn't move constantly back to the racing line before you enter the corner, I would have sent it on the outside. If you just kept the inside line, I wouldn't have been able to pull this off. But every single time you move back to the racing line, every single time. But it was a Hail Mary. And now I have to dispose of the back marker, and then we're back to clear. 4 minutes remaining on the clock. Draft down the front stretch is pretty strong, and he lifts slightly through the corner, so all of these added up to allow me to gain quite a lot of ground on him.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I did the impossible passing on this track. Without even a mistake from the driver in front, really. Outside of his defending. I mean, did he really make a mistake? If I didn't have like 3 hours of experience, 2 hours of experience prior to this racing against him, I mean at this point it's nearly 3 hours, on this track, knowing precisely what he does when approaching T1, I would have probably not done this. Okay, I think 2 more laps probably.
Car heading sector 1.
Mercer has gotten stuck behind the Merc in front. But oh well, these guys are about 6 seconds up the road, so it's not like important things. No need to push, I just need to finish at this point. One more time around. And started P8. Good qualifying. Finally everything worked together. We had some scares. I mean, it seems we still have the right strategy considering how slow the race is going. And heck, if we even got stuck behind Braze, like this would have still been a success. I think that would have still not been really a mistake for me. It's more like he outfoxed me. Just a few more corners to go. I think it's me who's struggling right now to get it to turn. I'm just... I finished endurance races with less stress than this. Fucking yes! Yes, 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 yes! Fuck yes! Finally! A decent result. God damn it. P6. Ah, yes. All those P20 plus results. Oh wait. Oh, Peter, I think, won the race. Let's just see. Ouch. Damage the car. Let's just return to the pits. Man, that was a drive and a half. My Enduro setup held up really strong. The only thing that I changed was my tire pressures a bit, and that was it. Everything else, even the TC setting, got kept stock. And even the brake bias in the end. Oh man. Oh yeah, right, we wanted to briefly check. Tires at 6, has some light graining on the front right. Otherwise it's completely fine. And tires at 5, which is the one that I took to the end, had light graining on both right side tires. That's that. Tires that they're both very equally worn in comparison to each other. Tires at 5 has a bit more rear wear, surprisingly, than front wear on the left side tires, but it's so minimal that we're splitting hairs at that point. Right. Oh man. That's such an amazing drive. Okay, let's just... Larry come to this like an amazing, nice battle from 6, 7, and 8. It's like... Yeah, I mean, we've battled all race basically there. Can't overtake shit here with the bullshit. Oh, I feel you, Klaus. You got stuck behind me and then had a shit pit stop as well. But I mean, he didn't get stuck that... He got only... I mean, he got stuck for the entire first stint. He looked at the ass of a Bentley for half an hour, so Here's the right side. I only looked at the ass of a beamer for like 20 minutes or something. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, right.
Green light, go, go, go.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if you're driving for 3 hours, you get quite a bit of practice in. But, I think the main part that paid off in this case was like the setup. And I could have probably put that back together prior to this race, even if I didn't do the Enduro. Although this meant that I had like half an hour of actual practice minus the briefing in the middle, because I didn't. Most weeks I've now joined like at the start of practice, and then drive half an hour before I start the stream. This time around, I actually just rested up till the point that I start practice. Till the stream started. I hadn't even turned a single lap before I started the stream. So yeah, there's that. That's a success at that point. But yeah, having the set that was already working, and the tire pressure is already like out of the box, being nearly there where it need to be, and everything. That's very useful. It saves a lot of time, to say the least. Oh man, there, that's the ping from the Pro Driver Jet. Okay. Let's ignore all the messages from yesterday. Eric Diaz dropped out because of connection issues, that's why. Okay. Yeah. Yep. That's... I think that's the track conditions as well. Joe Dallas didn't show up tonight. A few other people, JD Daniel. Alright. Okay. Pull up this stuff. Let me briefly see who's... Does Ilpo have any leftover penalties that I hadn't processed? I'm not sure he would, but well, let's just briefly check that. Where's it? Week 5. Help race. Yep, we have all of them actually got processed. There is apparently no contact after lap 7. The first 10 minutes of the race really had like all of the contact, and then basically nothing outside of post-race collision. And that's something. Or there was a bug in the system, who knows. It is what it is. Maybe he's going to write the incidents manually in there. Whatever. Man, that's... It's just... Finally. It took so goddamn long to finally have a good race. A good quality, a good start, a good pit stop, and no errors. Everything worked out. It's just the pieces came finally together, and this is the performance that I can pull off. It's not P20s constantly. Although we have to say there's less people on the grid than at the start of the season. There are no 40 cars anymore on the grid. We're definitely dealing with smaller numbers, but yeah. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna call it now. It's 4:20 a.m. I think I'm just gonna get out of these clothes, throw myself back into bed. just yeet into bed to avoid anymore. Yeah, today was the one. Let's see if the curse comes back on my Suzuka. It has the attitude of coming back at times. But let's not provoke it. Let's celebrate for once. Be happy. Let it work for once and prepare for the next race, I would say. Perhaps actually practice for the race. Who am I kidding? Who am I gonna kid? Obviously. I mean, I will want to, but when am I going to actually do it? Oh well. Right. Okay then. Let's put up this, everything. Well then, see you around next time. Bye bye.